Well, tonight is the night, opening night of the Empire Theatre's 2023 musical The Boy from Oz. The story of the great Australian entertainer Peter Allen, following his humble beginnings singing in country pubs around his native Tenterfield in northern New South Wales. From the age of just 11, extraordinary, his talent shone through from a very early age. Tells that story all the way through to being discovered by the great Judy Garland and his meteoric rise to international stardom. Taking on the role of Peter Allen is Toowoomba's Justin Tamblyn. Perth actress Lucy Williamson is reprising her role as Judy Garland. She played Judy in a local production in WA of The Boy from Oz. And Toowoomba's Shannon Gralow plays Liza Minnelli. And I had a chat to the three of them earlier in the week, but I wound up the chat with a question that we all hoped wouldn't put a jinx on the whole production. In asking this, I don't want to curse you, but we're talking about the pointy end of the production. Yeah. It's a good time to talk about your worst moments on stage, because all three of you are veterans of local productions, and Lucy, veterans of interstate productions. By identifying these stories, it means that they won't happen. So, Justin,
Sure.
what's the worst possible thing that you recall happening in your stage career? Shannon probably already knows it, I would imagine.
Maybe. I can recall a couple. One dance show that I did once, I was tap solo, all on my own, no one else on the stage, just slipped feet out from under me, just flat on my bum.
It's very hard to cover that up, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't
this was part
easy.
Of the show.
Yeah. I've forgotten lyrics or made up lyrics or just dialogue has just gone out the window many times.
Yeah. Do they still have prompts? Do they have someone whose job it is to stand side of stage and say?
Yeah. I've gotten my line from the musical director before. When the band's on stage, they've shouted my line from me in the past.
Right. Okay. Very good. So they not only make sure that you've got an understudy and all the cast know their lines, but all the band know your lines as well.
Yeah.
That's great. Shannon, what about you?
It's a very, very early memory and probably not quite as important as, say, big productions on the Empire stage. But as a child, I was grade 6, and I think it was probably my first solo on stage. And I got up to sing my solo, and of course the lines just didn't come out. It was my first experience of really terrible stage fright, and after that I just made my mind up and said, no, you will absolutely learn your lines backwards until you cannot forget them.
Wow.
But that has really stuck with me over the years. I said, no, you can't allow that to happen anymore. But one of the really terrifying ones actually was during Wicked at the Empire Theatre, where it wasn't necessarily an issue of forgetting lines or anything, but our Elphaba was dealing with a costume issue. Her back zip had completely split. So side stage, they had pinned it up with safety pins, which of course had all bent and warped out of shape, and the pins were sticking out of her back. And we were in a mid-wrestle scene where Glinda and Elphaba are tussling on stage, and I got this little hiss in my ear from Louisa, Elphaba, saying, "Don't do the lift." And it was because I had to wrap my arms around her, and I would have jammed my arms into about 6 or 7 safety pins. And of course, I'm just on stage freaking out, going, what is wrong? Why have we changed the choreography? We're mid-show.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't quite ever tell how you're going to deal with situations like that. But I was, really rattled and came off stage and just went, what is going on? So you really hope that things like that won't happen, but they do.
Absolutely.
And you
That's right.
You have to get past it.
And you've got to have a good story to tell.
Yeah, and hope there's no blood.
Most definitely. Lucy, does yours involve blood?
Oh, God, most of mine I've blacked out. I can't even... I've blocked out and blacked out and blocked out. There's several, much the same as Justin and Shannon, involving, lines that have gone completely wrong and... just mainly corpsing, trying not to corpse. I've had memories of entire casts, in Les Mis especially, of the entire cast just turning upstage slowly and just the shoulders going from somebody's, mess up of lines of. We were just talking about it, actually, because obviously the whole of Les Mis is sung. So if somebody mucks it up, and they were just said there's somebody just sang the same lyric, like 4 or 5 times in the same, and it was same lyric, and the whole cast was just like shoulders going and things like that. You just stick in your memory. I love it. But oh my goodness, I've been the cause of many a misfit, which I can't remember a thing.
Not that you're going to tell us anyway. That's
No,
fair
really,
enough.
I have blocked them out.
Well, I hope we haven't dredged up too many bad memories for you. That's for sure.
That's going to happen now to me now because I blocked it out. Right, we're going to bring it back to your memory now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at midnight tonight, you'll wake up in a cold sweat.
Yes.
And I apologise now for that.
Thank you so
I'm very sorry about that. Absolutely.